Hey guys, today we are looking at the Hasegawa M4A3E8 Sherman, or Easy 8 Sherman, in 1/7/2 scale. This particular boxing before you there is a pretty old boxing. I'm not even quite sure, I'd say late 80s, even earlier. But it shows what looks like a sort of a Pacific scene there, what seems to be a Japanese aircraft knocked out, and American troops advancing on the back of the Sherman there. But a nice little piece of artwork, in fairness. The rest of the box is fairly straightforward, as I always say. A little bit on the side there, diagram, pretty much just kind of advertising for other products in the range there, and the ends are pretty much the same, okay, and nothing on the back. So this happened to be 50p somewhere, Clyde Models. I presume that's probably Scotland. This came to me on eBay a while back. Anyway, basically, let's have a look at the instructions while we're here. Put the box up here out of the way. Basic old style Hasegawa instruction sheet. A little bit of a blurb image of the finished product and some specifications, etc. Standard fare there, as you can see. Basic instructions. Go on with that. It seems like a nice, easy assembly. And the reason I'm doing this particular tank is because this is actually for my young lad who has seen videos on YouTube taken from the movie Fury. And I'm not going to get into the argument about the historical inaccuracies in Fury, but anyway, he likes the action scenes. He hasn't seen the full movie because obviously he's not of an age to just yet, but he wants to do this tank up in as close as we can get to the Fury tank, or the tank portrayed in that movie. So anyway, here's the sprue. So you can see the hull there, floor plate, a few bits and pieces. There's the wheels, some crewmen there. The guy on the right seems to have his binoculars to his chest, and the guy on the left has some pieces there, his arms you have to glue on yourself, which is fine. That's the back. Detail isn't too bad at all, has to be said. I'm kind of looking forward to doing this one because it's just nice to do something different and kind of style towards a particular tank, as opposed to just generic stuff. Probably will be used in wargaming anyway. There is the turret. Looks okay. May or may not be the most accurate, but at the same time it looks it'll do the job. There you have two-piece muzzle brake. Don't know why they do that. Again, I presume it's probably for the give the impression of an open barrel, but there you go. 50 cal, not the most detailed 50 cal in the world, but not the worst. And then you have the sides of the tank itself, dust shields, and some spare track. There's one missing there, but I actually have it in the bag. They come with a little plastic bag, of course, obviously. Wheels. Again, detail isn't. This is the back of them. Detail isn't the worst. It's, you know, it's represented. It could be far worse than that, but we'll take that. That's no problem. Final sprue there. Loose one there. Drive wheel, but you know, fairly straightforward, as I always say. Detail isn't too bad for this scale. Could be better. Could be worse. But as I say, this is an old mould. Not sure what year it is. I'm sure scale mates or something like that would inform you of all that. And the track is nice and supple, I have to say, and it's a one-piece track, which is great. I love those. And again, you know, no problem there with that. That's quite supple for however many years it's been in that box. The decals, however, are, I'd say, a bit of a write-off, really. Not going to be using those anyway, but you never know. Might be handy for the spares, but I sincerely doubt it. So that's it. That is the Hasegawa M4A3E8. I'm going to crack on and paint this up and try and model it in the style of Fury, and we'll see how we get on. So we'll be back to you in a second, guys. Take care. Talk to you in a second. Okay guys, so as you can see, I have returned with the finished article. This is the Hasegawa M4A3E8, kind of done to represent as close as I can get to the tank used in the movie Fury. So as you can see there, it's basically just the Sherman tank, the basic model, festooned with various bits and pieces to kind of give that general impression. And of course we have Fury just literally painted onto the gun barrel there, and that's basically it. But actually a very pleasant build, I have to say. The tank itself, the model itself, goes together really, really well. Hasegawa kits, I've always found them very good. I do find them a little bit, I won't say oversized, but they don't blend in as well with the 176s as some of the other brands do. I'll do a little size comparison there with the Airfix Sherman just to show you. I think everyone knows the Airfix Sherman and how it compares to everything else, so that's a good one, but I'll put that on in a few moments. But basically what we used here, just to see if we can get a little bit of an angle on that, you can see there, this 30 cal here, that's actually not with the kit, but in the movie there is a 30 cal and a 50 cal being used. So the 30 cal came from a Hasegawa US infantry set. I think I did actually a video on those last year, so it's back in the library there. You can have a look and see what the story is. The 50 cal set actually comes, or 50 cal gun comes with this particular set. Along here we had some Esky backpacks from the Red Devil set. That's the British paratroopers, which are kind of self-assembly kind of ones. I did a video on those guys as well. The helmets are all off beheaded Esky American paratroopers. The backpack again is the Esky kind of self-assembly US infantry set. This piece of stowage is from the Plastic Soldier Company SDKZF 251. A few little bits and pieces, I'm not quite sure what they are here. That's 251 again, I'd say. Airfix box from one of the kind of battle sets, can't remember which one. That's a matchbox out of the LRDG, I think. A couple of ammo boxes again from that Hasegawa infantry set. The logs, interestingly enough, are actually Esky battlefield accessories, I think it was. German helmet here, very signature piece for this particular tank. That's out of the Revel German artillery. I'm kind of laughing at the multitude of bits and pieces. Again, assorted jerry cans of various brand and manufacturer. At the back there, this little roll is actually a piece from the Matchbox 17-pounder anti-tank gun. On the side here again, more backpacks and bits and pieces, as you can see there. And what else have we got there? There is, oh yeah, you can probably just about make out this thing here. That's from the Matchbox Churchill AVRE. So basically just raided the spares box and kind of went for it really. That's all I did. Front section there as well, you can probably just about make out, if I just center that a bit better for you. Whoops. You have a Sherman road wheel, not the correct Sherman wheel to this tank unfortunately, because I didn't have a spare one, but it's actually off the Airfix one. The spare track actually comes with the tank itself. Figures there, they both come with the set. This guy who is just formed as he is, and this guy whose arms have to be put on. Not a great figure, I didn't think myself, but this guy isn't too bad. And the ammo box, which I think is on the wrong side, is as I say, from that that infantry set as well, the Hasegawa one. So that's kind of that basically. Colours used is just Matte 86 by Humbrol. As I've said a million times before, I probably would not go with that colour again if I was doing kind of allied stuff. I'd go with something a little bit darker, but as I say, it's matching in with stuff that the young lad has. This is for him, and that I have, so I said there was no point in changing now. It's been given a good healthy coat of what was it, Citadel, this stuff here. Let's just move this so you can see. Antonian Camo Shade, yeah, there you go. That's on all the green stuff. It's been given a bit of Agrax Earthshade on the tracks and road wheels, etc, etc. A little bit of Citadel Necron Compound, yeah, that stuff there for the dry brushing silver stuff, and a little bit of Null and Oil here and there as well, particularly on the figures and the guns and the stowage, and that's basically what it's had. There is a Airfix Sherman in comparison, so you can see that one's actually been repaired 1,000 times from the boys' bedroom. I think I actually stood on it at one point. But anyways, you can see it's considerably smaller in width, and it's a much smaller piece really is what it boils down to. But at the same time, look, it'll be fine. He's using it on his bedroom floor and wherever else, so I'm sure it'll end up in a fine state. Just a kind of a little shot from above there if you wanted to have a look at that. That's basically how it worked out. But yeah, I'm quite happy with it, I have to say. you know, it's a Sherman tank at the end of the day. We all do Sherman tanks with loads of stowage on them and bits and pieces. The only difference is this one has Fury written on the barrel, really. But as I say, it's as close to the movie version as I could find. I mean, you've just a few signature pieces there, like the logs on the side, particularly the German helmet, which I think is a bit of a nod to Kelly's Heroes. I didn't have the gas mask to go under the helmet, but hey, there you go. And again, these two pieces are kind of, I suppose, signature as well. And the fact that it has a 30 and a 50. And after that, then, that's basically it. You can write Fury on the barrel, and away you go. So that's it, really, guys. That is my take, my version of Fury. Starring Brad Pitt, Michael Pena, and that guy from The Walking Dead, and the other guy, and everyone else I can't remember. That's basically it, guys. So if you'd like and subscribe, and maybe have a go at doing something like this yourself, or show me any attempts you've done yourself at making Fury or any other tanks specific to movies, that'd be great. You can let me know. And other than that, we'll be back again really soon with a few other videos. We have an absolute mountain of things to get through. So we have enough content to keep us going, I'd say, for the next couple of years. So we'll talk to you then, guys. Take care, stay safe. All the best.